resonates with my values of being responsible for nature. It is vital for me to ensure a green and great Mother Earth for all generations. I'm inspired to support the movement because I see the impact it has on individuals all around the world. With my 10 million tree planting project, adding more impact to it. Earth Hour is important because it allows us to work towards achieving better resources for nature. Tourism and agriculture are the backbones for Tanzania's economy, and they're also nature-based. So if you don't stop climate change now, these sectors will collapse. I believe in the power of unity and that the climate crisis is a matter of urgency.
And good morning, and welcome to GW3. Oh my goodness, it's Live Mondays, and we're so excited that you're joining us here today. I'm your host, Renee Knorr. Not only we're looking forward to having you here for an incredible morning, but we're also looking forward to welcoming some of our incredible guests as well. Mondays really do matter because they set the tone for your entire week. And today, we're going to be diving deep into the essential topic of building character to achieve success and wealth. And we believe that character is not only the cornerstone of every achievement, but especially one that we're aiming for as we're reaching our billions. And truly, the queen that I have that's going to be joining us, Miss incredible Veronica Atkins. She knows a lot about that. So we'll be right back after these messages. And thank you again for joining us. I'm Renee Knorr, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar. And we are back. And indeed, we are soaring each and every day with the power. Today is Monday, and we're kicking this week off with not only with intentionality, but also I like to say that we've been able to reset ourselves back today. We had a powerful morning with not only the incredible Praying It Forward room, but sensational women this morning. We're celebrating women internationally for this entire month. How about this? We're going to do it for an entire 365 days. And one of those incredible ladies that we're going to be bringing up today, not only is she's an amazing mother, she's truly a woman that loves finance. She loves business conversations, but she's so wrapped around impacting and empowering women as well. Without further ado, we have the queen, Miss Veronica Atkins is in the thing. Come on now. How are you doing this morning?
Thanks to you. Thanks to God. I'm doing amazing. When I tell you all that, yes, this is all because you.
Well, you look amazing. I just had to give you your props. I had to give you your I want to give you your flowers first. You look amazing, guys. Please put some hearts in the chat for this sensational woman that we have this morning. What were you saying, superstar?
I'm saying that I am amazing because of you, because of God. We're talking about being in character today. For the women that are watching this that deal with mental illness, that deal with certain disabilities, you will understand what I say, that being in character, staying in character is a major challenge. It is a major challenge when we get angry. It is a major challenge when somebody pushes our buttons, you know, especially if you're not medicated, or you're not in the word, or you don't have a meditation method to calm yourself down. It is a major challenge. And when I tell you, Queen Renee has gotten me all the way together.
Well, you know, I love how she just get ready to jump into it. And that's how we love about this Veronica Atkins. Oh my goodness. Well, first and foremost, Veronica, not only is it important for everyone to know who you are, but let everybody know a little bit more about where you're from as well, because you always bring the right energy. You know how to wake up, and you set my soul on fire, young lady. Let me just tell you that, okay? So let everybody know where you're from, and also what does you do.
Yeah, so I'm originally from New Jersey. I get a lot of my joy, my vibration from my father. He was a very, very high vibration, joyful man. I live in Miami, Florida, and I live here in Atlanta, Georgia. I live in both states because I do own a notary business, National Notary Enterprise. And so I live primarily in Miami first. I serve Florida. And then I come out here and I live in Georgia because I have a 16-year-old son that has one more year left of school. So I have to be able to maneuver myself between both states to serve both states for my notary business. I'm also in the wealth management sector. I thank God that I had the opportunity to serve Morgan Stanley, but I did leave them because I became disabled with long COVID. And I utilized that opportunity of getting sick to serve disabled COVID long haulers. And so I'm a board member for the Disability Link here in Georgia. We do have a gala coming up in April. If anybody's interested in getting tickets, let me know. But that's what I do now. I serve the disability community. I focus on wealth management and being financially prepared, especially if you have illness or disability and you're like myself where you have limitations. You have to be able to have multiple streams of passive income, not just active income, but money should be coming in even when you're asleep. So I like to talk to people about being prepared if you get sick and knowing that you don't have to be broke if you're disabled or deal with illness. You know, it doesn't have to be like that. There's things like specialties trust. There's things that are put in place where if you are getting SSI or SSDI, you can still be able to have income. And I'm happy to empower others to learn more about that if they're interested.
Come on, guys, put some fire emojis in the chat for superstar, our own Veronica Atkins, that always know how to show up and bring the energy, bring the information, so therefore you truly can transform your life as well. You know, Veronica, it's always a joy to step into our Mondays, right?
Yes.
Because we know the importance of how Mondays can really turn some people around for the entire week. But I love the fact that we know how to master our Mondays, guys. Hashtag that. Mastering Mondays really matters. And because we set the tone for not only the entire week, we already set our tone for the entire year. But today I want us to delve not only into some of the key components of character, but also we understand these are some of the items that is needed in order for us to succeed, in order for us to be successful. You know, the achievements, especially when it's aiming towards, you know, we already said we're building out our enterprises as well, how we're connecting and impacting 1 billion lives. We know for sure it's going to take some work in order for us to get there. So we're going to talk about some of those key characteristics for success, and also engage in some thought-provoking discussions, if that's okay with you, young lady.
Yes, I love that topic.
I know you're going to bring it. You know,
yes.
One of the things I want to say about the piece, you were in the clubhouse with us. I want to say hello to those superstars in the clubhouse. We had Mayor Lolita Anderson, our very own Glendina. Miss Trellis was turning it up. We have Lady V alongside with Mrs. Antonio Pico, and so many other ladies that was dropping gems after they heard the motivational piece this morning. I want to know, what was your takeaway from that? Please share.
Oh my gosh. First of all, those of you that do not join Praying It Forward in the morning, You've got to join. Okay, I am telling you, this is a room you don't want to miss in your mornings. We pour into one another, and that is so important to be around high vibration people that can pour love into you, because many of us are always pouring love into others. It's time for you to be catered to. That's what we do in that space. But as I was sharing and praying it forward, the part where Eric Thomas mentioned, when Martin Luther King was marching, he was basically telling people, if you can't stay in character, you cannot come with us. And that's what I had to realize for myself. God is trying to bless me with so many, he is blessing me with so many amazing new opportunities. And unless I can know to stay disciplined, I'm a very happy person. I'm not an aggressive person, but I've had challenges where, with my disability and neurological complications, when someone is intentionally pushing my buttons or intentionally trying to cause harm to me and my business, it's difficult to stay humble and smiling and submissive. But what I learned from this morning is, if I want to be able to go with the people that God has called me to join, I'm going to get left behind if I can't stay in character. That's the reality about life. Everyone watching this, and I'm very understanding and compassionate to men and women that deal with mental illness, where staying in character is a true challenge for us medically. But I'm telling you, if you want to receive the blessings that God has for you, you want to be around the people in the income bracket that you deserve to be in, you have to learn. And I'm telling you from my own personal experience, you have to learn how to master your character. You have to learn how to have discipline. And it's not easy, I know from my own experience, but with prayer, with meditation, and being around the right people, Queen Renee is a major big part of my growth. Major. It's not all about glitz and glamour. When you are having your downfall moment, you need a leader that's going to call you up and knows something is off to pull you back on track. This woman is not just about what you see on TV. She is the real deal behind the scenes. And a lot of us are very successful because of her. So if you haven't already joined GW3, you may want to go ahead and invest in yourself, because when it comes to character in this economy, it's very difficult. People are stressed, they're depressed, they're unhappy, and it doesn't take a lot to push a lot of us over the edge. So it's so important to be around positive people and to be in your word, and be around people that can say, you know what, I know you want to react like that, but if you do, is it worth you going to jail? Is it worth you losing your business? Is it worth you losing your marriage? Is it worth ruining that relationship with your child? No, it's not worth it. So
Worth it. It's not worth it, guys. Let's go and put some more hearts and fire emojis up in the chat. Today we're going to have that engagement. We're definitely going to have the interactions. And thank you, Veronica, for just really enlightening us in regard to some of those important things, because we know right now in the society, it's tough. It's tough right across the board, guys. Whether you're male, whether you're female, even our young leaders as well, we know for sure they're dealing with some stress on their shoulders as well. So not only is it important for us to understand why we have to build character, and that's what we're talking about, building character, but also identifying those who truly not only you can resonate with, but those, even if you are going on the left side, when you need to be going on the right side, they can help you fix your crown. So I'm grateful for being able to have those mentors. A lot of people, I was speaking to one of the young ladies over this weekend, Veronica, and I said, okay, so who are your mentor? She said, well, I'm my mentor. I said, you're your own mentor? I said, that's like you getting into the ring. You have to lace up your own gloves. You have to ring the bell. Then you have to go in swinging and fighting. And then you're fighting against yourself. I said, well, who's going to count you out? Yourself again. I said, so what you're doing, you're fighting is you versus you. And so what we realize is, guys, you versus you is not going to win anywhere at all, because you have to think about this. If you keep on showing up in a room and you're the only person in the room, or you're the smartest person in the room, you better run like Forrest Gump. You better get out that room with the quickness and identify other leaders who have the blueprint and who have the track record that you want to accomplish. And so let's talk about character. We were just also spending quality time with a couple of my mentors, Lisa Nicole Cloud, alongside with David and Monetier. And oh my goodness, guys, the key here, when you break down even the word character, you got to start with clarity. Not only is clarity important, you know how I love those acronyms, Veronica. You know, clarity is so important with your vision. It's important with who you are. That's why, remember when I ask everybody, okay, in these 90 days, you have to write down exactly what it is you're consuming, what it is that you're spending your time on. When you journal out things, it helps to provide you with more clarity. And when you have clarity, it gives you a better, I call it that roadmap. So therefore you can not only be able to have clear vision, you can contribute to the development of your very own purpose of how you're pursuing your life. You know, one of the things we've been able to do is read John C. Maxwell. Let's give it up for John C. Maxwell.
Woo!
Because he said, in order for you to grow yourself, what do you have to do? You have to first know yourself, right?
Yeah.
And so that also complements us with clarity. How has it been for you in just seeing, once you put that clarity in place, the accomplishments with yourself as well as your business? What has been able to help you? How has that been able to be successful for you?
It allowed me to attract more higher value relationships in my business. The connections that I have in my business now, I mean, they're at a level where I have to stay in character. If I was to, embarrass myself, I would be embarrassing their business. You can lose a lot of money by being out of character. I don't care how many degrees you have, how much experience you have. If your character is not together, people are not going to want to collaborate with you. They're not going to want to buy your product. They're not going to want to. It is not just about your business. In our community, we are setting our children up for success in GW3. A lot of our young entrepreneurs are in their teens already entrepreneurs. It could hurt their business if we make that mistake of getting out of character, because people look at our children as, they look at us to think of our children. I'm not going to do anything to ruin my child's success. My son has worked too hard to prepare for Emory next year. So if I want to get out of character, I don't think about myself and my business anymore. I think about my son's career. I think about all the opportunities he could lose if I end up going viral. for
Wait, you mean to
character.
tell me you're going to go viral, you and Lady V out there swinging, throwing water at each other? And then Glendina's in the middle. Hold on, guys, stop. It's not worth it. It's truly not worth it, Truly is not worth it. What I think also, what you speak on is not only just clarity. Not only is it about your character, but it's about humility as well. And let me just break it down to you. What I've known and what I've seen, you have more successful people that have much more humility than those that are walking around, trying to rub two nickels together to make a dollar. I'm just so honest. Those with humility literally go a much farther way. And I'll say this, guys, in character, it's not about egos at all. It's truly about staying grounded and knowing that it's not about you. Is truly about the God grace within you. That foundation for building character is that journey that's towards not only, your mindset, but also understanding how to speak and how to communicate with people. So humility, I like to say that's for that H in character, Veronica. Now let's talk about ambition, because you are truly one of the women, oh my goodness, within the community that have great ambition. Why is ambition a key, essential also to character?
Woo, let me tell you, in this world, nobody. We talk about it all the time, especially for you ladies. Nobody is going to bring it to you. I don't care what social media portrays to women about this six-figure man's going to come along and pay all the bills. And for those of you that are doing that, nothing wrong with it. Do your thing. But that cannot be your only financial strategy. Because if you do, you might get left behind. We live in a world right now where you have to, if you don't get it, somebody else is going to grab it. And I promise you, everybody on this earth deserves the greatest blessing there is. You deserve your blessing. If you're watching this, you deserve your blessing. Maybe you got to go grab it. Maybe you have to study. Maybe you got to collaborate. Maybe you got to do whatever. But sit in the house and just wait, rolling your thumbs for somebody to bring it to you. Time is going to pass. I know from my own personal experience when I got sick, 5 minutes could turn into a day, turn into a week, turn into a year. Time is like the biggest commodity there is. You can't get back your time. So I'm telling you now from what I learned from illness. When I got sick, I couldn't do anything for months. So if I wasn't financially prepared, if I had not been ambitious and on my grind, if I wasn't handling my business, when I was just laying there helpless, I could have really lost my house and lost everything. So I always like to say, if you stay ready, you don't have to worry about getting ready. Stay ready at all times. It could take a car accident, an illness. It could take a robbery. It could take the market going any kind of direction. It could take anything happening where you could lose anything. You have to have a backup plan and stay on your A game. Because when we as women do not stay on our A game, it affects our children. It will. Love. Our babies can't eat off of love. Okay. Our babies can't go to college off of just love. Our babies can't, live a good financial life off of just love. They depend upon us to grind. If you don't have kids, your parents, if you're caring for your parents, the people that we love and we serve, they depend on us to stay on our A game at all times. Because if we drop the ball, somebody else will pick that ball up. And there's a domino effect that happens when you don't stay on your A game.
I just love your passion, guys. Don't you just love Veronica's passion and how she's so eloquently just broke it down? And I mean, the fire that you're also bringing as well this morning. But this is just how you are. This is how you wake up anyways. When you're striving, not only what just to compliment what you said, but you got to stay balanced. And with that balance, even though, like you said, you're here, not only are you putting yourself in position for those who may not even have children, they still have to focus on that balance with ethical considerations, as well as, striving for, that almighty your achievements. And everybody's level of success will always be different. Whether with some people, when they set their goals, they want to reach a certain number with another, number in their checking account, number with connecting with people, or whatever the case may be. But we know everybody have certain different types of goals. But one thing we will say, definitely you want to put yourself in play and stay in action. So therefore you can continue on striving to where you are going. Got to do that, guys. And you know what I love too? Your resilience. That's what that R stands for in character. Not only is it important for us to have resiliency, but we have to understand life will be lifing. But we have to be able to be ready to face all those setbacks and those challenges and learn how to really overcome them. And what I like to say is not only we have to pave the way, we have to already create a way too. And this is from your spiritual, your finances, as well as your mental. And let's talk about the physical, because let me tell you something over there, superstar. You have truly changed. You look incredible. So you got to talk to us about the resilience. What did it take for you to get to where you are right now? Please share with us.
It took God bringing you into my life. That's what happened.
But let's just say God then. Okay, God.
Yes. I can't communicate enough how much the people in your life can make or break you. And your team is everything. I'm not going to get on this camera and act like I'm all fixed up and I'm good because of me. It is literally my team. It's Queen Renee. It's Valerie. It's Queen Glendina. It's Queen V. It's David Strauss. It's my Otis James. It is literally my team in my life. That's why I'm able to keep going. Because if it wasn't for this woman, I would have been probably in the bed still dealing with my illness. I have health challenges, but nobody can really know because I have a team of people to keep me pushing, to keep me smiling, to keep me going. I am very ambitious, yes. But with my health, sometimes my body doesn't want to move. When you got the right team that reminds you who you are to keep going, it's going to keep you on track. So because I have you and others in my life, I'm going to get up and I'm going to work out when my body can work out. I'm taking the envision you drink. Contact Queen Renee. Okay? Contact Queen Renee.
Another shot.
That's a whole other subject. Getting back to my vitamins, my protein. Yes. I'm not going to lie. I was pulling in the baddest men when I was almost 300 pounds. So I'm not going to say you got to be a certain weight to bring a partner, okay? But yes. I want to be happy with my body. I love me no matter with my curves, and I love that men seem to really like can't leave me alone when I'm almost 300 pounds. But this is the weight that I'm happy at for me, and I still got like 13 more pounds to go before my goal. But it's all about doing what makes you happy, men and women. Being healthy, but also doing what you even if you have a partner that says they love the curves, that's a beautiful thing. But it's about what do you like to see when you look in the mirror. And for my health challenges with long COVID, I have to have a healthy immune system. I have to keep it strong, or I can have a heart attack the way my heart functions. So if I want to live for my son, I have to eat healthy. And also, I want to feel, I'm 41 years old, but I want to feel sexy. I don't want to be moving slow. I want to be able to climb. I like to hike. I like to be adventurous. You know, when I found my kingdom spouse, I don't want to just sit around watching movies all day. I want to have fun. I want to dance. So I got to be healthy. I got to have energy to do that. Plus, I love the gym. It's just fun. So.
I just love it. I love it. I love it. You know, one of the things definitely we know how important it is for you to make sure you maintain your health at all times. And we just love the fact that you have been that champion in that arena. And congratulations to you for just even able to overcome certain things. But knowing that, you know, with that, not only the resiliency that you have, you've been able to bounce back. You've been able to put yourself in the winning seat. And like you said, nobody's perfect. So please hear us out. None of us are perfect. You're not even perfect at all. However, we are striving for excellence. And that's something that really helps us to keep going, that keep us so excited about life. And I'll say this also because I love the fact that you keep it authentic. Let's talk about the authentic. Not only the authenticity, that's it. I'm getting tongue tied. Authenticity of our relationships, of who we are. That's always important about character. One of the things I always said is like, don't send me the representative. I need to know who you really are. Okay, no representatives this week, please. You know, the key here. We know there's so many people in business. You know, sometimes we feel as if we're in competition and things of that nature, but we know in building a real solid foundation, how important is it, you know, in that pursuit of not only being authentic, but also being able to help others to succeed. I feel as if we've been able to do a really good job in encouraging each other, but I know it gets really tough out there. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people that go into the representative, it's probably because they think that they're in a world or around people that will accept them for who they are. But what everyone doesn't realize, this world would be boring if we all were the same. It would be so boring. So you don't have to be loud and vibrant like me, or maybe quiet, laid back like one of my other GW3 sisters. Be who you are. It's the fact that we all have our own individual personalities, our own individual gifts, that when you bring it together, that's what makes life beautiful. Nobody has to be like anybody else because you're already perfect the way you are. God has designed you, all of you watching this, God has designed you perfect in his image. You are literally perfect already in his image. You don't have to follow anybody else because you wouldn't be as amazing as you are, you know, by being someone else. Sometimes we think, oh, if I just show who I actually am, who will accept me? The people that deserve to accept you, because your true personality is what everybody what loves. And this is what I love about I don't want to be around people that are just like me. I like being around, I love diversity. Those of you go to my social media will see I love diversity. I have a very diverse global community of women and men in my life, all races, all personality types, all different backgrounds, and I love each and every one of them because we're all perfect the way God designed us to be.
And because you said that, that's just a compliment for the next thought. You know, the key essential to me is that creativity. And you're absolutely correct. Everybody was born with their own uniqueness, their own gifts, their own talents. We speak about that. However, I don't think people really can embrace that enough, because when you embrace no matter what, there's enough to go around, guys. Truly, there are, you know, there's not enough jobs. I mean, as it stands right now, you have to stay in a space where you can always see how you're going to create something new. You don't think about just what is here. You're in a space that God said, you know what? If you see something in the world that need to be done, if you see something that can really add value, go and create it.
Yeah.
Go and create it. And that's one of the keys right there. You know, there's no reason for competition where you have creativity and innovators that's just waiting to be on the next. So guys, stay excited about that. You know, every day find ways to keep yourself stimulated. I love reading. You know how much we love reading. Right
Yes.
now with the club, we have like over 52 books this year. And my God, right now we're working on Think and Grow Rich for Women, thanks to Miss Sharon Lecter. Yes, I love that book. And we've read it already. And I'm looking forward to reading it again because I'm not the same woman that I was when we read it back last year. So not only am I'm looking forward to reading it, I'm looking forward to see how it's going to help to change the trajectory for those who haven't read it yet. And then we're going to be picking up the book by the man himself, Mr. Glenn Lundy. Yes, Mr. Glenn Lundy. Oh man, I actually got mine, came into the mail, and I was so excited about it. I was like, yes, I'm so proud of Glenn. We're gonna not only have that book that's gonna be coming up, guys. You know, we are about being proactive, creating what we want. We're taking the initiative to make sure our narrative stay the way we want to have that narrative. And so I have to say this about you, superstar, because you absolutely have this energy, the tenacity, and regarding to how we shape that character is important. You know, share with me, how do you wake up every morning with this great energy, knowing that you have to strive for wealth and for success? What is it that really helps you to cultivate and sustain this trait? Please share with us.
The morning routine is definitely very important. I have to have my 30 minutes alone with God. I have to do my meditation and my prayer. But my joy has came from my father. He intentionally made sure that he kept me full of joy, full of happiness, because my mother battled with a very, very serious mental illness. And I went through a lot of sadistic abuse. And because he did not want me to become, like her with the challenges that she faced, he always went above and beyond with making sure I was full of joy, happiness. Oh, baby, it's okay. It's okay. He always made life fun. He always made life exciting. So my father, I was living a childhood of hell, but my father created a reality of heaven for me.
Oh,
So when I go through hell, I still feel like, oh, it's okay. It's gonna be. Eventually, I may get down for a couple of days, but I think about my dad, like, over in heaven. But I love that you mentioned Sharon Lecter because she's actually the mentor for my life coach, David Strauss, and
yeah.
he is a big part of why I'm mentally okay. He's a big part of it. But also you are, Queen Renee. When you push me to work out every day, for those of you that deal with mental challenges, depression, anxiety, or other even like disabilities like bipolar, schizophrenia, any kind of mental challenge that maybe you want to talk about because of the stigma behind it, working out is everything. Like, you have to have that release. And I'm not one of those people that were like, oh, I do love to work out, I do, but with my chronic fatigue and depression, I couldn't even. I don't know if anybody can relate. Sometimes, like, you get so tired of fighting in life, you can't even push yourself or pray for yourself. I can't communicate enough that Queen Renee is the best investment that you're going to make for yourself and you're going to make for your children. I'm telling you, I know what it feels like to plan suicide. And I know what it's like when you don't want to burden people, you don't want to tell nobody. And this woman is so anointed. When she's pushing you to work out, ladies and men, do it. When she's pushing you to eat healthy, do it. Because what we don't realize, when she's pushing you to do that, she's preparing you to fight those mental, spiritual warfare battles that many of us are facing and don't want to talk about. And it can get real to the point where you could just go to a very dark place. This woman has been pulling people out of the mud, okay, with her bare hands because of the God in her. So I can't stress enough. I don't know if I would be here without you. And I don't know if I would smile if it wasn't for you.
I
So
absolutely love you. Oh my goodness. You Oh, come on now. You are such a magnificent woman. And I just want to let you know, because of your strength, because of your courageousness, and because of your love, I can't help but love and pour right back into you as well. And I just want you to know, I'm grateful that God is using us. I'm grateful that God is using me. You know, I have to always give him his glory, his flowers, because if it wasn't because of him, I would not have been able to find my purpose. You know, thankful that he was able to plant seeds in my mother and my father. But, you know, I just kind of, I gather, you know, I empathize. And I empathize with humanity. And so that's why we're in this position here, because they say once you go through something, it allows you to be able to position yourself to help others. And I feel as if that's why we've been able to leverage and create more meaningful relationships. We've been able to be that impact in the world is because of just realizing we were at a point, I was at a point where I was lost and I needed to be found. And so now I understand that road, that traveled road. That's why I work towards being very intentional and opening up the doors for others in all other aspects. So
You
I
do it
love you.
well. You do
Thank
it
you,
very
thank you,
well.
thank you. You know, we were just over there in Egypt celebrating those incredible ladies. And as it stands right now, it's like every day we follow up with new energy. And so I feel that it's important for us to also to get out of our comfort zones and to really spread our wings, because we just don't even know what God really have set for us. And I'll say this, guys, it is your responsibility. That's what that R is in character. Your responsibility to not only to talk about what is really going on with you, you have to speak to the right people, and that's a community that's going to help you in that area. But you also have to aspire towards reaching your goals, those milestones, how you can uphold not only your ethical standards, but also how you can pursue your ambitious, I said those ambitious goals, guys. You have to have goals that set your soul on fire. And I mean it. You know, my goals are so big. I remember when we were writing down our goals for the year, Veronica, I was like shaking. The pen literally was shaking. And right now, you thought that was bad. Lisa, alongside with David, challenged us to another goal. I'm like, bring it on, baby. Let's go. You know,
Yes.
that's the key. With success, you got to keep on breeding success in other people. Not everybody's cut for success, and that's okay. That's okay. But for those who are really ambitious and eager and long for helping more people, making that impact, that's what I'm talking about. The game changers that
Yes.
we are. And you are indeed a game changer over there
Thank
as well.
you.
So proud of you. So proud
Thank
of
you
you.
so much. Thank you so
Yes.
much. I'm definitely humble, and it's definitely all God.
Oh
Listen,
God, that's right. It's
all
all
of
God.
the
You got to give him
Lord.
all of his glory. Absolutely. Well, guys, we just been able to give you some characteristics just in the word of character. You know, number one, you got to start with clarity. That's right.
Yeah.
Have clarity on your vision, on your journey. It has to be clear not only for you, but also those that's going to be following you, that's you're going to be supporting, and how you're going to help to uplift. So just remember that C have to be for clarity. H, humility is right on the top with gratitude as well. Humility is something that you want to make sure you season very good each and every day, guys. You know, you got to stay grounded. You know, when you walk around with that big old head, guess what? It can't even fit indoors most of the times. And all you're doing is edging God out of your life. So let's make sure we stay grounded with humility. And you heard the one in herself, the one and only Miss Veronica. Ambition. Oh my goodness. Truly. You got to keep your vibration up. Stay excited about where you're going. And know this, guys, you have to drive. You got to stay in that driver's seat. Make sure you're the co-pilot, because God's going to be driving. However, what I will say, though, you have to stay excited about where you're going. So many of us are living in the past, and guess what? That past will pull you back every time. I
Yeah.
need you to push forward, thrust forward with all your force. So therefore you can keep driving in the direction that you want to go into. And you already know you're going to have things that happen. Life is going to happen to you. You're not alone. You're not special. Sometimes people think they're special, that things have happened to them. No, life will happen. But you have to
Amen.
have the resiliency to get
Yeah.
over it. You have to have the willpower, that gut to keep going no matter what. So resilience is truly important in that character. And then please, for heaven's sakes, let's stay authentic, guys. We have enough copycatters around. We are looking for the leaders, okay? We're looking
Yes.
for the original version. No more copycats, all right? We're looking for the original versions because we already know God has something so unique for us. He
Yeah.
got you perfect. He literally set you up perfect. So with that, use all of your gift. Use it to the full potential so therefore you can strive and you can reach that next level of your destination, okay? Stay
Yes.
creative in character. You gotta stay creative. That innovation, that's why I love to travel, guys. Traveling helps to spark all types of my energy. It literally keeps me like, okay, what can I do next? And that's something that I want you all to start doing. If you haven't planned a trip yet, if you've been at home since January, even some of us have been home since November, all the way through March, I encourage you to plan a trip. And I'm going to talk about another trip that we're getting ready to plan. We need to do a retreat. That's what Miss Maria's like, we just need to do something. We're going to work on a retreat. And I got just the perfect place for it. And we're going to make that announcement coming up this weekend. And then remember this, guys, the energy. You got to have tenacity. You have to go after your dreams. You got to chase your dreams. Stop chasing after the men. Stop chasing after the women. And start chasing after your dreams. That's what you need to start doing. Chasing after your dreams. And when you chase after your dreams, all the other stuff will come too as well. But start chasing after your dreams. And keep this in mind, guys. You got to make sure you have empathy. You know, with character, you have to empathize for others. You have to know how to support. You have to have that love language. You know, have to know how to love on each other and do it from a place where the God in you, that God's grace, because it's our responsibility. That's right. It's your responsibility to stand up for not only for you, but for the humanity that we are set here on this earth to support. So beautiful, Miss Amazing Veronica. It's been a joy. It's definitely been an opportunity for us to get to know you as we've been exploring during this point of our essential characteristics, of character. But I'd like for you to leave the family with words of wisdom that only Veronica Webb can do before we close out this amazing segment for Mastering Mondays.
Well, I was laughing when she said we think we're special because I was that person where I thought nothing's going to happen to me. Enjoy your life. A lot of the advice that we're able to give is because of the people that we're around. Definitely have the Lord as your foundation. And we are a community of love. Be around loving people. And for those of you that want to be ambitious, but you can't seem to get that ambition, when you get around people that are ambitious and high vibration, it'll pull that ambition back out of you. I don't want a lot of you that are going through hard times to feel discouraged and go into isolation. The worst thing you can do is go into isolation. Get around GW3. Get around people that are happy, that are joyful, that can pull out that high vibration, that ambition, that fun and excitement. Nobody should be just going to work dragging yourself through the day. You shouldn't feel like a hamster on a wheel. You deserve to feel excited. You deserve to be happy. And you don't have to wait until you're completely financially successful to be joyful. It's okay if whatever you're going through right now doesn't look perfect. You're not who you used to be. And these situations in life that you're going through are building your character to prepare you for the blessing that you deserve. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to be mentally healthy. You deserve, if your family was maybe like some of my family members where they're not so mentally healthy, it doesn't have to be your life. You choose the blueprint for your life. And when you invest in the right leaders and coaches, it helps you to get to that point. I've invested into GW3. I've invested into myself. into the society. And had I not did it, I would not have been able to grow. So it's about making the right investments into you so that you can be where you deserve to be financially, mentally, emotionally. It takes support. You can be as independent as you want to be, but if you're not around the right people, even the most ambitious person can get discouraged. I'm extremely ambitious, but I have days where I didn't want to push myself anymore. And when I have those days, I thank God I have people like Queen Renee, Queen Valerie, Queen Glendina, Queen V, all of our amazing kings in this community. David Strauss, my life coach. I have those people in my life to put me back on track when I don't feel like being ambitious. So I can't stress enough how important it is to be around the right people. Whatever habits the 5 people in your life have, you're going to pick up those habits. So they either pull you forward or they're going to pull you backward. 2 lanes. You have to decide that today. Who are you going to be around?
Woo! Fire emojis in the chat, guys, please. That was like a masterclass right there, Veronica. My goodness, absolutely. You know what they've said about those 5 proximity, the 5 people, the ones that you call the most. You already know because they're in your phone. You can see how many communications and how many text messages you've sent them. And think about this. If those are the people that's just standing still, you're going to be the 6th person that's going to be standing still. However, if that person is on a move and that person want to see you moving and want to see you winning, want to see you growing and want to see you being successful, you better jump on that bandwagon with that person. Because let me tell you something, the way the world is right now, not only is this Mastering Mondays, it's important for us to master our finances. It's important for us to master our minds as well as to master our growth. This is not an option, guys. These are necessities in the years that we are in and those to come. So not only am I excited, thank you so very much, Veronica. I just want to say, we've been able to explore not only the essentials of characteristics, which was encapsulated in the acronym character, we were able to find that fundamentals of the pursuit of what is so important as we building this success and wealth. I want you to remember this though, guys, very important. In building character, not only is it important, it's just about achieving, it's not just about achieving your financial goals. It's not just about leaving a lasting impact, but it's more important about you staying true to your values. You staying true to yourself. You got to be willing to stand for something. And when it comes down to character, not only you want to build that character, you want to always make sure you nurture your character as well, because that's a part of the process. It's a journey. And remember, there's no short walk here. We're not running a sprint. It's about a marathon. So I'm grateful that you've been able to join us today. I look forward to seeing you all definitely this weekend. Not only are we looking forward to seeing you all with us on Saturday, on Sunday, which is the 24th, but we know we got a big surprise for our ladies that we're going to be doing our makeovers for. As it stands right now, the GW3 Warriors have taken an opportunity to transform 50 women lives throughout the world. That's right. And within our plan of action, 10 of them will have a make me over this weekend while we do it. A journey. I love it. And I'm looking forward to seeing our very own Miss Veronica alongside with some of the other warriors. We know Miss Karen Geddes will be in the building as she's bringing her incredible fashions as well. And I mean, just so much incredible energy. And guys, this is the season. Not only is it important for you to create the lane that you want to travel, it's important for you to realize we need your creativity. We need your innovation. We need you as the next game changer, because you know why? It's time for you to rise up and claim your throne. So, Veronica, I'm so grateful that you are here with us today. Guys, make sure you put some fire emojis in the chat. Follow up with Veronica. And you already know what I'm going to say. It's time for us to roll our shoulders back, put our heads up high. Why? Because it's time for us to go blaze the universe. The world needs another game changer. And that game changer is YOU. So not only are we ready for you, we want to always let you know the importance of why you're here, adding value to the world. we need you to do your part. Are you going to do your part, Veronica?
Woo!
Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, let's go back into the clubhouse and let's go back and celebrate. We see you guys next week on Mastery Mondays. Thank you again, Veronica, for being here with us.
Thank you so
Bye
much.
for now.
Bye, everybody.
It's such a great honor to be able to raise